Hey folks, what's going on? Welcome to Coach Gav Live episode, fix the camera first, 67. I should do this the other way, with me, Coach Gav from Killation Fitness. Move it over here, a little bit better lighting. Let's say electricity box in the background. Jesus Christ, it's not on here. Alright, that's a little better. It isn't really, but anyways. Alright, so, going to keep it relatively short today. And by saying that, it automatically means this will probably go on for the rest of the day. Feeling quite tired today, a little sluggish. Stayed up late Sunday night to watch the Super Bowl. Disrupted my sleep pattern tremendously, and it does take me about 3-4 days to kind of get back on track. And that's even with going to bed early Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Just physically quite smoked, quite worn out. Stop moving the camera around, Gav. So, what can Phil Taylor? So Phil Taylor is, I suppose, he's in the argument of being the best, if not one of the best darts players in the history. And darts and snooker are kind of cool because you can achieve success in a non-linear fashion. So in a non-linear fashion, we mean not in a straight line. There's only one way to do it. There's so many ways you can do it. So darts, it's like 250 points or something, I think, or it's 300 points. There's quite a high total you have to score to win the round or to win the set or whatever. Probably should have checked the terminology first, so apologies to all the darts fans watching this. But so they have a score of like 250, 300 or so, somewhere in that ballpark that they have to get to. And the first person to clear that score off will win. And there is 20 slots on the dartboard, 21 including the bullseye, and then each of those slots have singles, doubles, and trebles. Okay? So you could get like 50 off it the first round, and then 4 off it the next round, and then 7 off it the next round, and then 80 off the next round, and then 180 off at the time after that. So, each time you try it, you can chip away at your goal individually. And this is something quite cool to think. That's a bit better. This is something quite cool to think about and try and relate to from a nutrition point of view or a weight loss point of view, in terms of, you might drop a pound 1 week, half a pound 1 week, no pounds 1 week, go up a little 1 week, go 2 pounds 1 week, go 3, 4, 5 pounds 1 week then as well. And it's the accumulation of it all over the window of time, like a 90-day plan. So, and the same financially, you take out a loan for 5, 10, 20,000 euro and you pay it off bit by bit by bit. Sometimes you'll go above your minimum repayments. Sometimes you'll go under your minimum repayments. Sometimes you'll miss your repayments altogether. But ultimately the main thing is... Richie, cheers dude, 501. Christ, that's way higher than what I thought it was. So yeah, so like that. So 501 is quite a high score. And being able to chip away at it in 20s, 30s, 40s, single digit numbers, whatever. All it means is that then, so imagine this, Phil Taylor steps up to the Yockey, got that bit right, Richie, didn't I? And bang, gets 100 points on his first go round, okay? Then when he comes back around, his new total is 401. He gets 3 points the next round. He comes back around on his next go, and his total now is 398. And then he gets 180 off it this time, and now his total when he comes back around the fourth time is 210, whatever. You see where we're going, just chopping away at it then as well. But let's say he wins that round. When he comes back for the next game or the next set or the next match, he could go up and clear the same score in a completely different approach. But both approaches are equally good. So you could clear, I think like there's like a 9 dart finish is the quickest you could clear 501. But if you clear 501 in 9 darts or 10 darts or 11 darts or 15 darts or however many darts it takes, it ultimately doesn't actually fucking matter because you've cleared it anyways. So darts players, or Phil Taylor in this example, shows a flexibility in their approach. Instead of thinking it's so linear, it has to be this way, he might have an approach, bounce off it, come out a little different, come out a little different, come out a little different, and then come over and come through the challenge. So like with your training and nutrition, you might have this idea in your head going, right, this is exactly how it's going to happen. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this, and it's all going to slot in perfectly well together. Well, bad news, my friend, you can just throw that plan out the fucking window, okay? Because things will change and adapt the whole time. And I firmly believe that those that adapt are those that thrive. So usually kind of the phrasing is kind of, adapt or die. I like to think of it the other way, kind of adapt and thrive. So thrive, excel, expand, grow, get results. And it's like, let's say, same with snooker. So like you gotta, clear, score the most points. But I mean, you can get the most points in a couple of different fashions. What you don't end up doing is getting stuck in a scenario where you get stuck in a scenario where you end up being so attached to a particular approach. So now we're discussing approaches versus outcomes. And what are you more attached to? What are you more emotionally invested into? And we touched on this a little bit yesterday about kind of tweaking and overhauling it. Are you emotionally invested in the approach, or are you emotionally invested in the outcome? And the outcome is the thing that matters the most, okay? 2 seconds. So what you're looking to do is, and we'll talk about this a little bit more, I'm just going to wrap it up here in a second. So the approach and the outcome are hugely different, okay? The approach, how you go and do something. And if you're so obsessed and concerned and worried about having to do things a particular way, you're probably sacrificing your results, or you're limiting your results, or you're restricting how soon you can get those results coming true. Because there most likely is a better way. There's most likely there is most likely a more efficient or effective way, I don't know why the light is so bad there, of going about and getting a result. So I'll leave you with this. How flexible are you being when it comes to the pursuit of your goals? Are you being so rigid it's costing you progress? Are you not stepping back from the picture and seeing the actual result and seeing the actual progress, seeing the other options available to you? Are you so locked down and in a routine, we kind of go, nope, there's no other possible way. This is the way it's always been. This is the way it always will be. That's absolute bullshit. It's such a Neanderthal. It's such a caveman style of thinking. Nope, this is the only way. It's not the only way. It's never the only way. But right now, and I like, once you're doing the best you can, right here, right now, no one can really ask any more of that. And then if you go and gain more knowledge, learn more skills, so if you go and gain more knowledge and you can do things differently, then perfect. If you are going and gaining new physical abilities, new mindset abilities, new time management, Dar, what's going on, dude? So if it's like, when I was a kid, I only knew a certain way of living. School. When I was in primary school, I knew a certain way of education. Then when I got into secondary school, I knew a different level of education. As I sat my junior cert, I had one approach to do my exams. As I sat my leaving cert, I had a different approach. When I completed them and moved into college, then I had a different approach to passing my exams. First year, second year, third year, there was a constant evolution. When I got to fourth year in college, I didn't look back and go, Jesus God, it was such a waste of time in my first years, or, oh my God, if I had done my leaving cert like this, it would have been different. I know, hand on my heart, that my approach for the leaving cert at that time was the best I could do, is the best I knew how to. I didn't know a better way of doing things. And sometimes, not even sometimes, frequently, we all learn different ways of doing things. That doesn't mean the old way was wrong. The old way got you here, but it won't get you any further. So I'm starting to go into tomorrow's topic already. Folks, I am off. Take it easy. There'll be a blog post later on, and there will be an email on it later on today as well. If there is any topics you guys do want me to, if there is any topics you guys do want me to try and touch or whatever, just give me a shout. We'll get it sorted. Good luck. Take it easy. Catch you later.